And welcome back to Atlantic Corp. So Marcus Kane is the only person I could find who actually gave me this particular request. Is what Atlantic Corp does Galactus belong in? Now, Galactus falls in that category of characters who are basically like a dark side or multiversal individuals who are basically kind of beyond the power of a lantern ring. They just are individuals who don't need them. Their powers pretty much supersede lantern rings mostly. But that being said, it's still interesting to speculate on what Lanticor they belong into. So let's talk about it. So first off, let's get a couple right out of the way that he's not going to qualify for. Galactus doesn't really have any love. Maybe he loved someone back in his past life before he really became Galactus, but he has nothing there's nothing about love that motivates him. He's not motivated by love. Nor is he really someone who's just bridal rage. Yeah, he's probably upset about the destruction of his own, people and all that. He's the last of his kind. But that's not something that motivates him. When looking at the options here, Will is a possible candidate. He's God knows how old, has been doing this for a long time. That takes a lot of willpower, fortitude, and, gumption to just keep doing what you're doing. But unfortunately, I, A, feel there are better choices. And B, I don't see it as a very good option, as a very good fit. There are better options that I think work for him. I also don't think he's a Indigo Lantern of compassion. Not that he doesn't have compassion, but the compassion he has is conflicted with the fact that he needs to feed. Now, in other interpretations of the character, or later interpretations, he's gaining the ability to use his full power without needing to feed. So there is that. But ultimately, I don't think compassion works. White is a weird one. He is a being who is old enough to have lived so long that he could be qualified as a White Lantern, and he does feel, pain, or he does regret, harming life by doing that, by doing what he does. But at the same time, he has killed how many people in his conquest to eat? Feasting on planets. He's the devourer of worlds for a reason. So it's one of those things where it's like, I kind of counterbalances each other. Just a little bit. And now, likewise, he's committed so much genocide that it could be stated he could be a Black Lantern. He's literally taken trillions, quadrillions, quintillions of lives in his existence, continually fleeting on planets and populations. I mean, the death toll this guy has is too large to count. So, death is a possibility. One Lantern on the Ring I know he couldn't qualify for is Hope. While he has fought worse villains before, he's not someone who inspires. Galactus does not inspire hope. What he does inspire is fear. Like when people are, when Galactus is coming, people are afraid. When he takes the form, most suitable for our mind's process. That's why he looks like a human in a suit. But he could look like anything in a suit, really. He's ultimately the devourer of worlds. And when he comes and people know about him or don't know about him, they're afraid. Excuse me. So it is one of those things where fear could be a very good choice for him. But last on the list is avarice. And consumption counts towards avarice. Gluttony counts towards avarice. My problem with choosing avarice, though, not to say he might not be able to, is the fact that he does it out of necessity. It's not that he's greedy. Galactus literally has to eat worlds or he'll die. It is out of necessity. So it's a gray area when we're talking about that kind of level of avarice for Lanticorps and things along those lines. Ultimately, out of our 5 options here, green, yellow, orange, black, and white, what I think is the most likely? Honestly, I think it's fear. I think fear is the most likely. And then I'd throw will as the secondary option. Then I would probably throw black because of how many lives he's taken. Throw white in there as the secondary. And honestly, avarice comes as the last one because it's not out of greed. It's out of necessity. So that's the real counter there. Now again, gluttony and indulgence, that can qualify for it, but he's not a glutton. He just eats what he needs. So really, he's never satisfied, but that's just because of the way his biology works. It's not out of an emotional greed. It's out of a physical greed. So, and the physical need. So ultimately, yeah, I think Fear is probably the best Lantern Corp for him. But I think there's a chance he could be any of the other four. I don't think he could be a red, an indigo, a sapphire, or a blue, though. That's not happening in my opinion. But any of the other ones, I think there's at least a chance, personally. But that is just my opinion. What do you think? What Lantern Corp do you think Galactus belongs in? Put it in the comments below and let me know. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.